Okay, so we will get started with our P4 mock exam paper 3. Okay, what I usually do with my class is we'll get started with the MCQ questions first. Okay, once we're done with that, we will have an activity in between. And then after that, short break, right? Short toilet break. Then we come back for the open-ended questions. Okay, but I guess can I maybe just a quick check? How many of you have already finished your end of year exam? If you have finished your end of year exam, okay, or maybe let me change it a bit. If you have not finished your end of year exam, raise your hands. Okay, if you have not finished your end of year exam, raise your hands. Okay, Catherine have not. Darius, Catherine, Darius, Sanvi, have you finished your end of year exam? Finished already. Javier also haven't finished. Okay, the rest of you finished already. So I have half. Maybe coming next week, right? Your end of year exam is next week. So we still need to do revision for the sake of students who have not finished the exams. Okay, but for those of you who have finished, just take it as a practice. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's get started with the questions first. Okay, the first one is on life cycle. Okay, life cycle is probably a P4 topic for most of you. I think most schools do it in P4, but the new syllabus life cycle is in primary 3. Okay, so this question has a table of results. Usually the table of results is really important. You need to refer to that to answer your question. So Harry observed 3 animals, P, Q, and R, and recorded his observations in the table. A tick denotes the presence of the observation. So if we look at this, okay, let's look at animal P first, okay? Animal P, 4-stage life cycle, lays eggs. Okay, so out of these 4, we have to decide which one has 4 stage. Right? Does the butterfly has 4-stage life cycle? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So yes, and it also lays eggs, right? It must fulfill both of these criteria. So yes, 4 stages. Yes, 4 stages lay eggs. Chicken, does it have 4 stages? No. Okay. Mosquito? Yes. Okay, and lays eggs. Okay. Oh, Bella rejoined. Right. Okay, so we are done with P. Let's move on to Q. Now, Q resembles the young. The young resembles the adult. Okay, and also it lays eggs. Right? So resembles the adults and lay eggs. Does the chicken resemble the adults? The chick and the chicken, does it look alike? Yeah. Butterfly? Does the young of the butterfly look like the adult? No. Right? Okay. Okay, and the last one. The last one, the young looks like the adult, and it lays eggs as well. Okay, so you've got to ask yourself, does mosquito young look like the adult? No, right? The mosquito larva, mosquito pupa, and the adult, they do not look alike. So this is out. Cockroach. Yeah, the cockroach name look like the adult cockroach, right? Yeah, and the chick. Okay, so the only answer that has all ticks would be B. So therefore, the answer is B. Any questions with regards to this? All good with life cycles? Yeah? Okay, later if you have time, we can go through some life cycle notes as well. Okay, but in the meantime, we'll just finish up your MCQ questions first, okay? Okay, next question is also on life cycle. We have a plant at different stages. Choose the correct statements from below. The plant reproduces by seeds. The plant requires sunlight in all 3 stages. Who would like to answer that? Let me see. Grace.
A.
A. Okay, let's see if the answer is A, huh? The plant reproduces by seeds, definitely, right? You can see the seed here. The plants require sunlight in all 3 stages. Does it require sunlight here? Does it require sunlight here? It requires sunlight here because there are true leaves. Okay, this one, it actually uses its seed leaves for food. So it actually does not require sunlight in all three stages. This one, it does not need sunlight. Okay, only when the true leaves come out, then that's when it needs sunlight. Okay, can? So that's the fourth statement. Okay, so B is actually out. So A is the answer. I mean, A is one of the correct statement. Then now let's look at C, okay? The plant can make its own meal at stage J. Can prepare its own meal at stage J. Okay, I think it's a little bit confusing because it says prepare its own meal. Actually, it should be um it can rely on its seed leaves for nutrients. So it can prepare its own food basically mean that it can survive. It can have its own food through the nutrients of the seed leaves. Okay, so the answer for this should be C. A and C. C is considered a correct statement, but I would have rephrased it a little bit better. Okay, I would have rephrased it a little bit better. It can prepare its own meal. What do you mean by it can prepare its own meal? It means that it can rely on its seed leaves for nutrients, right? Okay. All right. Are we done? Yeah. Okay. Any questions for this? All good? Yeah. Okay. Now, next one. Patrick tested the strength of bags made of 4 different materials. He placed 20-gram weights one at a time into each bag until it tore. Okay. The table records the number of weights the bags could hold before they tore. Based on the table, which material W, X, Y, or Z is most suitable for making a pouch to hold a very large number of coins? Okay, which one is most suitable for making a pouch to hold a large number of coins? So this question is a material question, and as I mentioned, every time they give you a result table, it's really important. Okay, you need to refer to that. Ivan, you want to try this, Ivan?
D.
D. Is it D for
No,
dog?
A. A.
Oh, A, yes. Okay. Okay, so if you look at the result table, it seems like material W can hold the most number of 20-gram weight before it tore. So we are actually testing this property of strength, right? We are testing the strength of the material. So based on the result, if you can hold 20 of the 20-gram weight, as compared to XYZ, which cannot hold that many, it basically means that it's really strong, right? And if it's strong, you will be able to be more suitable to make a pouch that hold a very large number of coins. Okay, so therefore the answer is A. Yeah. Okay, next one. The diagrams show 3 setups with magnets P, Q, R, and S. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Okay, yeah, Darius, if you need to drink water, go ahead. I just saw your message. Okay. So this one is on magnets. How do we determine the strength? Okay, let's have a look, okay? If you notice, all of them, all 3 setups, there's one similarity. The similarity is that all of them actually have S on top. Okay, and all of them are actually undergoing a repulsion. They are repelling each other. It's just that R is able to repel S even further, which means that one thing we know for sure is that R is stronger than P and Q. Because R as compared to P and Q can repel S further. Okay, so statement B is correct. Okay, so now we just need to check C, right? A, we can check A also, whether is it correct. P is stronger than Q and R. That is wrong, right? P is in fact the weakest because it can only repel S to a short distance. Okay, so P is not the strongest. In fact, P is the weakest, right? And then now we look at statement C. Statement C, we are looking for correct statement. So this one is wrong. This one is correct. And the last one, Q is weaker than P, but stronger than R. Is this correct? Q is weaker than P, stronger than. Yes or no? No. Okay. Q is actually weaker than R, stronger than P. Okay, but this statement is wrong. So therefore, the correct statement will be B. Are we good? Yes? Any questions? No? Right. Okay, next one. Seeds K, L, M, and N from a plant are placed under the following conditions. Which seed, according to you, can germinate? Okay, remember when we talk about germination, what are the conditions needed? What are the conditions needed for germination? Number one, anyone? Javier. I see Javier raising his hands. Javier, what are the conditions needed for germination to occur?
You need water, but you don't need light, and you need warm temperature.
That's right. Good job. Okay, I always say the wow lah, right? W-O-W. Okay, you need water, definitely, moisture. You need air, as in oxygen, for respiration. And you need warmth as well. Okay, so if you look at the conditions in the table, does it have water? We must have water, right? So only those that provide water will help it to germinate. Okay, does it have air? We need air. Okay, and we don't need light, so that's not a problem. And temperature has to be quite warm as compared to cold. 5 degrees is actually your chiller temperatures, a bit too cold. So therefore, the answer would be L, because it must meet all the criteria, okay, for plant to germinate. If it does not meet all criteria, it does not germinate. Okay? Yeah? All right, next question. I think this is pretty obvious. It's on matter, right? You can see that, they're looking at whether or not it takes up the shape or whether or not it has definite shape. Okay, so 3 substances U, V, and W are kept in identical containers. Diagram 2 below shows the situation when these are kept at different position. So can we then conclude? Can we conclude that U is a liquid? Can or not? Yes or no? Is U a liquid? See, when we tilt U like that, it actually becomes like that. Yeah? So is U a liquid? Yes? Okay, so this is correct. Now, is W a solid? See, when we have W on the table like that versus when we tilt it, is W a solid? Yes. Okay. V and W have definite shape. Yes, okay, because if it's a solid, solid has definite shape. Only V and W have definite volume. You mean U does not have definite volume? U is a liquid, right? And these two, I think these two are solids, right?